Welcome, 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 everyone. This is Tracy Una Wagner with Versatile Inspirations and the Lightworkers and Earth Angels Academy and Study Hall. And this is the 6th annual yearly tarot planning party. So hopefully you've brought your tarot deck or an oracle deck. And if not, there's some free ones online. You can just type that into Google and just kind of do a quick search for free online tarot decks or oracle cards for a free reading, and they usually just pop up real quick. But if you have any issues, then feel free to just let me know. Okay, let me pause that. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. Just going to make sure that the video and the audio is coming through. Okay, it looks pretty good. So fabulous. All right. So, welcome again for the 6th annual yearly tarot planning party. And I say tarot, but really it's just energy. So, whatever you use, whether it's a tarot deck or oracle cards, maybe even just a pendulum or the runes, just feel free to bring those along and you can use those to see what the energy is going to be like for your year. Now, in the description in the comments below, I'm going to add in the link where you can go to pick up your free downloadable. It's a book. I called it a workbook, but it's actually just a book. It's a tarot book, just a little bit on tarot and just some meanings of the upright version of the tarot. Now, I personally only use upright. I learned both upright and reverse in the beginning, but one of my mentors, Sal Jade, if you go to Udemy, she's fabulous. She has tons of classes and it's wonderful. And I took her certification course for tarot, and I totally felt validated in my idea of only using upright. And the reason for that is very simple. Through the tarot, most everything in life, both positive and not so positive, are all included within the tarot. So you don't need to reverse them at all. But if you do read them reversed, that's just fine too. Like I said, that's how I learned, was actually with reading both upright and reverse. And so feel free to do it however you prefer. And that just kind of resonates with you. Now, the booklet only does upright, and therefore that's just basically the same reason, is just because that's the one that I really feel just kind of validates how I feel about the tarot. But you can totally find reverse meanings the same way. It's just by Googling it. And it's amazing the plethora of information that you can get just by Googling information on the tarot. Lots of different um, ideas and suggestions and everything. Now, I do have to say that the booklet is not complete. I was up to the wire finishing it up. And so I was able to get it all complete. But what I really wanted to leave you with is the idea of being simple. And so I'm going to update that after we're done here, probably by Friday, with just a one word that you can use to just kind of encompasses each of the tarot cards. So that will be added in later on. I just didn't get time to do that, but I really wanted to just put one word that you could use that. When you hear a word, a lot of things come to mind. And when you start intuitively reading your tarot decks, then that is actually what will happen. Is when you see that word or you see that card and then you hear the word in your head, then it's like it kind of tells you what it is, depending on the reading that you're doing, whether it's for you or someone else, and what the situation is that you're reading this card about. So that one word is just amazing. Plus, there again, you can go on thesaurus.com or go on to any thesaurus, and then you can type in that word and a whole bunch of other words, the different meanings, and even the opposite words of those. And so, even if you didn't even though I didn't put in the reverse meanings, you can just kinda go and see what the reverse of that word is, and then that kinda tells you what that is. So, there's that. Now, also in that folder, you'll see 2 different calendar journals, and these calendar journals are either fillable or they're printable, and you'll see those underneath there. So the fillable has a link to Canva, and if you're not familiar with Canva, it's amazing. So you click on that link, and then there's a little picture. And let me see if I can. Okay, so this is what the printable version looks like. Now in Canva, it is going to look a little different. There's going to be a little kind of a scene. It's got a cloud and it looks like some mountains. So what you do is you can upload the card that you pick for that month or the months, the yearly that goes. There's the yearly. So the monthly energy has all 12 months, and then you can just quickly go through and pick your card. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. And then you can put the after you upload your card, then you can just slide that card into the corresponding square with the little scene in it, and it just magically pops up. Now, sometimes you have to do a little juggling with shrinking your image or whatever to get it to fit in there, but you can actually just double click on that and pull it down if you want, just so that you can see the image, or you can just see the words that describe the card. But also, with the fillable, I didn't put in the journal part of it. And the reason for that is because I couldn't get it to be fillable in PDF form. so, so I just went ahead and created both, so you can pick whichever version you want. But if you want the journal aspect of the calendar of the year. So this is the printable, and the printable is the one that has the fillable areas, because you print it out and then you can fill it out. So there's the front of it. And then this is the monthly energy theme. And what you can do with this is, like in January, all you need to do is when you pick your card, just write down some information or draw out the card if you want to do that in the square that corresponds with that month. Once you get done, there is a journal sheet, and it just says the journal date and the information that's on there, but it has all the lines. And then I made another line sheet for you just to be able to continue to fill that out either right away or throughout the year. And then a doodle page. So I love doodling and doodle pages. I have doodles all over, even my lined areas. So there's that. So if you want the journal aspect of the calendar journal, then you'll have to print that out to receive that that portion of it, since I couldn't figure out how to do it in PDF form. Maybe one of you are smart enough and you can enlighten me. I have no idea yet how to do that. So that is the printable and the fillable. And remember, the fillable is through Canva. You do not have to have a pro version. You can just use it on the free version. And so you just upload a picture from your phone or whatever, and then just slide it into that area that has the little square that's corresponding with the month or the day or the month or the week of that month. Okay, so depending on whether you have an oracle deck or a tarot deck with you today, it just kind of depends on how you go about reading your deck. Now, a lot of times with the regular tarot deck, there again, it's going to have a little bit more meaning. And so you'll want either that tarot book that I included or your computer or phone handy that you can look up the meanings of each. But first, all I really do is go through and shuffle the cards after I clear them, and then pick each month. And then I don't clear them again before I pick the next month. I just keep going, because when you say something like January, or January 2nd through the 15th, or whatever it may be, then it the universe and your higher self already knows what you're looking for. And it's just like if you were working, just wanting to do a reading for yourself, especially if you do like more than just one card, if you do like a three card. Um, just because you're picking another card doesn't mean you have to say it again. It already is out there, it's already known. And even though we are picking for different months or different weeks of a month, it already knows that. So the universe is very intuitive as well, and can tell exactly what it is that you're wanting just by your thoughts and how you're reacting to the cards, what you're the overall feeling of what you're putting into it. So, putting into it, each time you use your cards, I suggest cleansing them. And in the tarot book, I actually included some ways in which you can cleanse your cards. You can use the runes, or your pendulum. You can do basically in the same way. But a couple of my favorites are either working with crystals and putting it on top of the card deck and letting it, just putting it on top of the card deck and letting it sit there, and just kind of intending for the deck to be cleared. And that works both with tarot and with the oracle cards. Also, oh, I've got it right here. Just musical vibrations or sound. Oop. That sounded really loud, I'm sure, on there. So I'm not going to do it again really loud. So by using instruments to making musical notes and sounds will actually help as well. That will clear out the deck. And I usually, because I don't have either of those things, unless it's just a crystal that I can use that's with me at the time, but I just use the energy from the palms of my hands. And I place the deck in between my palms, and I just say, I do Reiki. I'm a Reiki master teacher. So I do say shokure, 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 sending shokure energy to clean and clear the cards. And you can just say clean and clear, clean and clear, clean and clear if you don't know Reiki or you don't want to use Reiki. But just clean and clear, clean and clear, clean and clear. Also, I thump on each side 3 times and then just dispel the energy and let it just be. So after that, then just grab your cards, and whether that is oracle or tarot, doesn't matter. It is basically going to give you the same information. There again, with the tarot deck, it's going to give you more information than, say, an oracle deck, or less information, depending on how you look at it. So the tarot decks, they're sometimes very in depth on each of the card meanings. And with that, it can kind of get a little overwhelming if you're new to tarot. But I highly suggest trying to work with it just, a couple times. I'm going to have to take that off for a few minutes. All right. So just taking that, and I actually do shuffle my deck 3 times after cleansing. I shuffle it 3 times, and then during the time that I am shuffling, I'm asking or posing the question, what is the energy? What is the energy going to be like for January, February, March? Just going through all of the months, like in the beginning, and seeing what that is. So from the beginning, remember, we can use a crystal just by putting it on top of the deck. We can use musical notes or sounds, chanting, or instruments, putting them between the palms of your hands and just saying, clean and clear, clean and clear, clean and clear. Tapping, doing whatever it is that resonates with you. on doing that and then shuffling. And like I said, I shuffle usually 3 times. But my pointer finger is broken, so so it's a little difficult to shuffle. So do the best that you can. Alrighty. All right, before I pick, I'm just going to go and check and see if there is anything. Messages. Nope, nope. Nope, nope. Awesome. Okie doke. So, since I printed out the monthly energy theme, I'm just going to go ahead and just start working through that. And you can just start working through yours as well. There again, using your tarot deck, your oracle cards, runes, pendulum, whatever it is, pendulum with like a board. And using your pendulum with a board, it'll have to, have different words that may be significant for how you feel. Like, is it going to be a chaotic month, a busy month, a lazy month? I mean, you can kind of go through and find out by using a board with your pendulum, if you've ever done that before, which is great fun. All right, so I'm just going to start off January 2023. The energy surrounding January 2023. January 2023. And then I just pick the card that I resonate with. You may have to shuffle more than 3 times, or you may have to lay the cards out and then just energetically feel which card comes through. A lot of times mine are going to come out like this. I have a tendency to intend that to the universe when I do readings, that the card is going to be known to me, whether I shuffle or I lay the card out. The card that I'm supposed to pick for whatever it is going to show itself, just like this one. And this one just was higher than all the rest, so I picked that one. And then going through and see again, you don't have to shuffle or do anything else. You just go to February. And during the time, I am just kind of barely shuffling. I'm just kind of mixing the cards up a little bit and just saying what I intend. February 2023. February 2023, the energy for my February of 2023. And then you can see that this card has popped up. And for me, it's whatever card. There may be a few of them. Like, I'll show you what it looked like. There were a couple of them that look kind of like that, but my eyes landed on this first one first. So that's the one that I pick. And then I just lay it face down. Actually, I don't even look at the cards until I'm done. So March 2023, the energy for my March of 2023. And then there's that. So I saw this card first. And April 2023. April 2023, the energy of April 2023. All right. And then just keep going through that. I'm going to go ahead and finish off my year, and which will be May through December. So, and then just keep doing the same thing. May 2023, energy of May 2023, May 2023. Oh. June 2023, June 2023, the energy of June 2023. July 2023, July 2023, energy of July 2023. August 2023, October 2023, energy of October 2023. November 2023, energy of November 2023. December 2023, December 2023. All right. So that is only for the monthly energy theme. So it's the theme of the whole month. What does the whole month hold in store? So for my January, the card that came through was Wheel of Fortune, which is awesome, right? So the Wheel of Fortune, I would just take that card and I would write Wheel of Fortune right there in January. And then you can either put a one word, the description, you can draw the card. There's a lot of different things that you can do in that space. So then you just continue that through the rest of the month. So my February is King of Wands. And so I would just take that and then write down King of Wands in February. All right. So then you go through that whole deck, the cards that you got for the month's themes. And then once you get done with that, then you can go ahead and clean the cards if you want to move on. If not, that's fine. You can do this whenever you want. So then you take January. And then January, when you get those, they actually go by weeks. Now for me, I go through the week from Monday through Sunday, but a normal week, other kinds of ways to look at the week, usually goes from Sunday to Saturday. I don't know why. I haven't done the history on that, but that's what it is. So the numbers on each of the weeks correspond with Sunday through Saturday, just so that you know. So for January, it's the 1st through the 7th, and you basically do the exact same thing. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and use an Oracle deck actually right now and see, just kind of go through that whole thing for January. So remember, we clear the cards, crystals, music, chanting, instruments, making a tone, clearing it. Then, or you can put them between your hands, between the palms of your hands, and say clean and clear, clean and clear, clean and clear. I also tap on front and back and just kind of whoosh away the energy. Then we want to shuffle, and shuffle however you like. Mine's a little ugly right now. Just with that broken finger, it's a little difficult. So, alrighty, one more. I shuffle 3 times. And then I just intend the cards, just let the whole reading know that it is for January of 2023 weekly. And then I say the number. So I say January, while I'm just kind of shuffling randomly, grabbing the cards and placing them back somewhere else, and just gently shuffling. But intending and knowing that I am going to be receiving the card that is going to help me with that week. Knowing what the energy is going to be like. So with the Oracle deck, I'll show you how that differs from like the tarot deck. So January of 2023, the week of the 1st through the 7th, and yeah, we're kind of right in that, but the week of the 1st through the 7th, the week of the 1st through the 7th, or January 1st through the 7th. And then whatever card comes to you, then the card that came for me is Divine Timing. So you can just take the wording on this card and put it in there. Now, some oracle cards have numbers on them, which may be beneficial to you. Numerology is fabulous to work with on kind of deciphering the energy for you, um, which is a different way than if you were just going by your personal year and the month that corresponds with that. But these just kind of give you each week what it could be, the numerology, or even just the images. What image do you see on there? Just put that on that week and then you can keep going. And there again, like I said, I usually just go through each of the weeks unless I'm doing it on Sunday and I want to do from Sunday to Saturday and just find out Sunday or even Saturday what the next week will look like, or Sunday seeing what that week will look like. And then just saying January, whatever it is, January 8th through the 14th, January 8th through the 14th, the energy for January 8th through the 14th. Okay, and then the card that came through for me is glasses. Earth and ground. So I'm going to know, especially for next week, there's probably going to be some stuff coming up where I need to ground my energy and stay focused and connected. That's going to help me possibly stay focused and feeling like I'm stable. Now, we are in Mercury retrograde, so that has a tendency to throw us off a little bit, especially with technology, which I am beyond grateful that this was able to work this time, because I am notorious for Mercury retrogrades and technology not working at all for me during the time. So I am super grateful that this is working. Last year, I was not able to get it to work. So there you go. All right. And with this card, it looks to me like an angel. And so for me, being able to earth and ground may require me also to reach out to an angel that maybe just pops in my mind, a color I may see that really just kind of stands out to me. If I see a lot of green, there's a lot of green up here, and that stands out to me. That is what I'm intuitively drawn to. I may want to work with Archangel Raphael. There again, a lot of these really, if you're not sure, put in a Google search. Just type in a search engine. It doesn't have to be Google, it can be whatever it is. And for green, angel that corresponds with the color green, or angel that corresponds with the color yellow. And so when you do that, whatever color just kind of stands out with you, that is how, to me, oracle cards are a little different. Now, with a tarot deck, let's say, let's pick a different one. Oh, okay. So say we've got I think it's the Three of Cups. Yep. So the Three of Cups came up for this. You can use the same type of thing with tarot deck as well, and just kind of add that into what the meaning and overall energy is for you. Spiritual significance for yellow, or even if you want to work with an archangel that corresponds with yellow. So you can do the exact same thing with tarot. You don't have to rely on a book or information about tarot. You can just take the images, symbols, or the colors and do searches for it, or just how do you intuitively feel when a card comes through. That's exactly that's how I use them, is how, not only what is the meaning, but what do I feel that the card is trying to say? What is this saying for the situation that I'm in, or my client's in, or the month? What does it have to do with that? And so it's kind of, you can kind of just look at it as like a Sherlock moment. You can kind of just sit and really tap into that energy of putting on your hat and wanting to see what it is that comes up for you with symbols, messages, words, even numbers, like I said. So you can always use those as well. And like with the tarot has numbers on them, and sometimes that's going to feel right to you to really just hone in on the numbers of the cards instead of the actual meaning of the cards. And it has a purpose when things like that happen. Just like picking your card, the card comes through, and whether you are shuffling them or you lay them out and you energetically pick the card, there's a reason that you're picking that particular card with the intentions that you're putting in there. And that's why with that, you can, with the printables, you can actually just write on them, draw on them, color in them. And then you can use the doodle page, the journal entry page, or just being able to fill out the back of that sheet and really tap into your intuition, almost like a channeled writing moment. You can totally do that. Oh, hi, Shay. I see. Let's see. Yeah. Yes, doing readings. I won't be doing personal readings. If you would like to do personal reading, then in the back of your printable or the fillable, there is links on the very last page where you can contact me, and there's a email address that you can just hit and then contact me that way. But if you have questions about your personal, you doing your cards, and if you have a question about that, I would love to tap into helping you with your spirit team and kind of guiding you if you're stuck. That's not a problem. I'm here for, let's see, about 20 more minutes. So I totally, if you have a question about your own reading, then feel free to let me know if you're stuck somewhere or if you have a question about it. I totally can try and help you with that. But readings, I won't be doing personal readings right now. I'll do them if you contact me, or if you also join the Lightworkers and Earth Angel Study Hall. And that link is actually in there, or you can go to direct.me/Tracy Una Wagner, and that will take you to different links right away. And then you can just click on that and join the group. And each week, for the weekly energy foresight that I do on Mondays, I give everyone that's in the group a free card. So a free reading. So you'll have a free card each week that's intuitively picked with the oracle cards that I choose for the week. And you can have that. So that's another way. And that's free. So if you'd like to join, that would be great. I would love to see you there, and everyone too. Okay. I just want to know what I'm having. Oh, are you pregnant? Is that what that's about, Shay? Well, congratulations. Okay, so for readings such as that, I actually I do have space in the group and in the subscriptions, and also through some of my other offerings that I can help you with. And you can also just send me a link, send me an email at the Tracy. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. I'm just going to type in my email address. Okay, my email address is going to come up there, and you can feel free to click on that and send me a message. All right, let's see. I'm just going to stick these on real quick. Hi, Farida. Welcome. Not late at all. Not at all. There's going to be a replay, so not to worry. there's the replay, and it will be on Facebook Live or on Facebook page, and it will also be in the YouTube page. And also, when it is complete, I will be putting it within that link. So if you click the link, since you just came in, there's a link at the bottom of the description, whether you're on, let's see, I think you're on YouTube. So in the description, there is a link, and that link will take you to a folder that has a fillable and printable version of the calendar journal. So you can choose either the printable or fillable, both. The journal part of it is only on the printable, and that is just pages for journal entries and everything that you can use when you're doing your reading yourself. But the fillable is available through Canva, and you can, at the beginning of this recording, you'll be able to see how to work with that. And if you have any questions, feel free to just let me know. Okay, so it isn't a tarot reading per se. What we're doing is we're planning our year. So you have your tarot cards, I have my tarot cards, and while I'm doing the planning on my part, my planning, then you're doing your planning. But if you get stuck with like a meaning or something like that, feel free to just let me know. So that's what we're doing today. Every week, I do have a weekly energy foresight that comes out on Monday, and that has a tarot card and then 2 oracle cards that kind of sum up the energy, for one for midweek and the other for end week. And so that corresponds with the overall everyone's energy. If you want more of a specific, you can email me and ask that way, or you can also join the Lightworkers and Earth Angels study hall, and there's a link to that in the in that, but I'm also going to post that. And then so for oh, okay. So that direct.me has the links to both either just set up some time so that we can chat together. You can email me, it has an email address, which is also in the link there. And also it has the availability to just click on a link that takes you to the Facebook, or it's not Facebook actually, it's just it's a personal one, but the actual group page, and that is the Lightworkers and Earth Angels study hall. And that one, every week when I do the foresight, each person that's in that group gets a free reading. They get a 1 card reading for their week. So that's when I'm doing the personal readings. All right. So getting back to our readings, personal readings, you're doing your readings and I'm doing my readings for the year. And the journal calendar and also the tarot book that are in that folder are actually going to be really helpful in helping you determine what your week is. So like I said, not so much for the oracle cards if you're using oracle cards, mainly because it kind of tells you right there, just courage and bravery. The week of, we'll say January 15th through the 21st, if I get this card, I'm going to know that week I'm probably going to have moments where I need to have courage and bravery, or on situations that are coming up. If we know that we have a presentation that we have to give, this card really tells you that you're going to need to have that courage and bravery. And how do you do that? That's, again, intuitive. You can either, how do I do that? And you go back to your cards and you ask that question. That's why it's so wonderful to be able to just do your reading as well. I'm really big on helping people learn how to do it themselves so that you, I mean, at a moment's notice, if you are looking at a week where you have lots of things, instead of calling up someone or having to make an appointment with someone, you can pick up your deck, Oracle deck, your tarot deck, or a pendulum or runes, whatever works for you, and you can find out. It's just such a blessing and a wonderful gift to be able to use your intuition and find out how your week is going to be each and every week whenever you're available. Say you woke up, kind of anxious at 2 o'clock in the morning. You can find out maybe why that's happening, or if you are going to have move to a different state, you can find out some helpful information on, maybe where you're going to be moving to or how the move is going to go. And when we do our readings, know that they are not set in stone. It's not concrete. This is just kind of an overall energy of how that is going to be. So there again, say we have, oh, I just got it again, courage and bravery. Say we have that card and we're going to need courage and bravery. It's almost like we can prepare ourselves for the upcoming need to have courage or have bravery, or even in our tarot deck, if we get something that we may not want, say the devil, which it's not what it is. Death isn't what it is in the tarot decks. It sounds scary, and for some people, change is scary. Having to see things in a different light, let go of things, is sometimes scary. So that just even the word or the image may feel or seem scary, but know that it isn't exactly what it sounds like. It's not exactly that. It's how the energy feels, death, changing, um, being able to get rid of things. It's kind of its own death, right? When we let go of something, it's death, not in a physical material type of way, but in a more energetic way, letting go. And when we do that, we make space for other things to come through. So there's lots of different ways to interpret, which is so awesome. Yes, it is a blessing. It totally is a blessing. It's wonderful to be able to pick things up and be able to just kind of go about your way, being able to do things and find things out when you need. I love that about it. I even have a little tiny tarot deck that I keep in the car with me, just so that if something were to come up, I can grab that little mini deck and do a reading. Or if I'm out and somebody needs something, I can grab the deck and I can do just a spontaneous reading with that little tiny deck. Even though it's tiny, it's mighty. It works just as well as all the other ones. There again, it's how you intend the reading to go and how you clear it, and you set yourself up for success, and that's what will happen. So that is totally wonderful. All right, so going through that, once you go through January, then you can keep going, or you can do it like I do it each month. So before each month, so say January 28th, 27th, 28th, I'm going to get my tarot or oracle cards out and I'm going to do for February. And then my February readings will be out, and then I can journal what I'm feeling about the readings each week. And that can actually correspond with your monthly theme. So your monthly theme is going to help you find what the overarching, and then we get into the weekly, and it's going to narrow down the focus on what it is that you are, what your week is going to be like, corresponding with whatever card that came through for your monthly theme. All right. So It doesn't look like there's any more questions about that. Now, if you have any other questions for if you get stuck with your tarot reading for either the monthly energy reading or for your weekly readings, feel free to leave it in the comments. I check the comments every day or every other day, so I will get back to you soon. Or if you want to reach out directly, I've put my email address in there so you can reach out through the email address. And I would love to have you join the Lightworkers and Earth Angels Study Hall if you choose. And that way we can get to know each other better, and you can receive your free reading each week during the weekly energy foresights. All right. So, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I so appreciate it. Good luck with your energy reading for the year, whether you use tarot, oracle cards, pendulums with sheets, or runes, whatever way that you'd like. Thank you again. Have a fabulous week. And as always, I'm sending you much love, angel light, and tons of gratitude. Take care. See you next week. Bye bye.